see. I realized for some reason my mic was muted. I think it's from the intros thing. Hold on one second. Yeah, I don't know why those two are together. But anyway, sorry about that. Anyway, like I was saying, this is the White Dwarf 463 that I was waiting on and almost called Games Workshop about because I hadn't gotten here yet. And according to this is the, if I'm not mistaken, should be the April issue. It is, and I'm getting it on May 3rd, if that tells you anything. But at least we have it in our hands. Something going on there. Yeah, there's all kinds of, I don't know, something in here from the printing presses, I guess. But my understanding is it's supposed to be the big painting one. It's supposed to have a lot of stuff in here for people learning how to paint and things like that. Let's see. Contact. Maybe it's just a lot of painted miniatures. Wow. There's a pretty much almost all white Sisters of Battle. Let me bring this down for you guys some. Maybe that's not going to work out right like I want to. What do we got here? Kill them with cuteness. A chibi model. I don't know what a chibi model is. I know what the Funko Pop Cap models are. We have some of those, or you know, whatever. But I guess this is it's an actual Warhammer chibi. I'll have to look into that. That's kind of neat. Whoa, that's a very colorful Tyranid Hive Tyrant there, I gotta say, and that's pretty awesome. A lot of stippling done. Nice, very nice. Let's see here. Models of Warhammer. Not sure what that's all about. What is this? Story archetypes. Okay, I guess they're just talking about how various characters can affect the game and the lore. What we got here? In the grim darkness of the far future is only war, plus rules for fighting in the Caradon Warzone. Or Caradon Warzone, a modeling and painting article about Forge World, Metallica, and the Golden Demon Winners Challenge. Okay. Forge World, Metallica. I see that they, some of these people have moved away from just the traditional all red of the Adeptus Mechanicus, which I'm happy to see. I guess it's just too much red, man. I mean, I plan on doing something similar. Painting the Legions of Metallica. Painting and converting your armies. Heh, there you go. There's an orc, what would this be, an orc truck or something? Metallica has been invaded by orcs many times, and the orcs love to build stuff from the world's scrap piles. Adam got the idea for his looted Scorpius after listening to the Brutal Cunning audiobook, in which a mech rebuilds one. He used the Scorpius as the base of the model, plus a smash-a-gun from the mech gun kit, a handful of Gretchen and parts from his bits box. Adam crewed his mobile gun platform with grots, reasoning that no self-respecting orc would ever hover into battle. Okay, that sounds about right. Yeah, these Scutari right here that aren't all red, I like that. I really do like that. Yeah, that, in my mind, it gives them a little more depth. Those have to be the actual Forge World models, I would imagine. Man, look at that tank, boy. I don't even, what is this tank? A Macrocarid Explorator. I like the tread pattern on that. It's pretty awesome. Kind of wish the Land Raider had that. The Triforce Cluster. It reminds me of Nurgle. Probably is Nurgle. Yeah, it looks like it's mostly Nurgle in here. The Great Drowning. On the factory world of Septios, the already high lakes and rivers have begun to rise. Sickness has taken hold. Despair is rife. There is little hope for the Imperium's defenders, but a little may be enough in this collection of battlefield exploits by Callum Davis. So this looks like some short story stuff, which is nice. That's definitely Nurgle. The Death of Industry. This is looks like a mission, possibly. Or yeah, it's a mission. It looks like, yep. Okay, so it goes from the warp. These would be letters, obviously, from people, if I'm not mistaken. 40K bingo challenge. 40K bingo. Who does bingo? I'm kidding. Paint all HQ unit. Paint a troops unit. Paint an elite unit. Paint a fast attack unit. Paint a heavy support. Paint any other force organization slot. Paint a model for a different army you've always wanted to. Build and paint some scenery. Try a new painting technique. Finish a miniature from the backlog. Finish a miniature from the backlog. My backlog is so huge. Are you kidding me? Start a new army. No problem there. Convert and kit bash a model. No problem there. Model some objective markers. Done that. Write some color text for a model or unit. Color text. Color text. I'm not sure what that means. Unless they mean a backstory, maybe. Paint a special character model for your army. Add a new detachment to an existing collection. Build and paint a start collecting box. Complete enough scenery for a combat patrol size 40K battlefield. Write up background for your army. Okay, well there's your background. Say 300 words. Finish a model you started painting then abandoned. Write out your recipe for your army's paint scheme so other people can give it a try. We'll be doing that a lot here actually when we get to that part. Read a Black Library publication that ties into the faction you're collecting. Expand an existing unit, turn one into a squadron, add those extra 5 Lich Guard, etc. Extreme. Do an armies on parade board for the competition this November. Yeah, well, definitely won't be getting around to that, but that's okay. So we got some Necrons here. I'm not exactly. Hold on, let me see. What is the point of this echoes from the warp part here? I'm assuming these are letters. Yes, they are. Okay. Wait. And then they included a picture of themselves? Okay, that's new. For me, anyway. Faith Under Fire. It's like a diorama. It's pretty nice. Sisters of Battle versus Poxwalkers. But this model right here, I believe this model is from the Blackstone Fortress, but I could be wrong. Hey, more sisters and pink armor. Interesting. And that one looks like she's wearing lipstick, for sure. Traditional black. Sisters of Battle. And we got some camo. Why can't I talk right now? Anyway, camo Primaris Reavers, and it looks like they've done some reconnaissance and have found and or taken out a fallen sister, but it's yeah, I just don't know that. I don't know. I mean, I get the camo, but it seems like it's never really been an issue. Sisters black and white armor and cloth, and I can't tell. I guess you could take this either way. Either they're blessing the sisters or they're about to take down a corrupted cardinal, since there is a guardsman at his feet. I don't know. It says here Painting Van Deer. I stuck quite close to the original scheme of the model, but chose to substitute purple as the spot color to give him a sense of self-entitled regality. As they are pre-adeptus sororitas, I chose to paint Alicia and her two closest warriors, Catherine and Arabella, in the fairly neutral color scheme of the Order of the Ebon Chalice. I used a flamer wielding model so that I could place an immolated bodyguard under her foot. Yeah, I think that's what's going on here. I think they're taking him down. Here we go. Warhammer Age of Sigmar with lizard men, and followers of Khorne for chaos. Flashpoint Broken Realms, the Tome Celestial. Watching the Wrathful Beast. This all looks like, yeah, this is all story, so that's pretty cool. Or at least lore. Face off between a Khorne demon and a Tzeentch demon. War for Tepex's Eye. I didn't see the other part there. We got some kind of cut out, fold out war scroll thing here for those two demons. What I don't see, let's see here. I don't know much about Age of Sigmar, so I'm not seeing where it says like how much they. Oh wait, here we go. Duh. 4+ save, 14 wounds, 10 bravery, and the move is dependent upon, I guess, wounds suffered. His save is the same, 4+. I'm guessing these are invulnerable, maybe, for those of you that play Age of Sigmar. Okay. And then we've got some battle plans here that look pretty good. Anvil of Chaos. Looks like we've got some more data cards for various things. They're just, you just can't pull them out, I guess. Disciples of Tzeentch, Khorne. So this looks like these are weapons. Okay. More weapons. Looks like character enhancements and abilities. Got some more data sheets here. Tale of 4 Warlords. So I'm assuming this is a 4-player battle. What do we got here? We got the Elves of Geometrica. It starts with an A. I'm assuming they're basically high elves. You've got the Warriors of Dafunda, like Chaos Undivided. And this is supposedly graphic designer Miyuki's army. We've got the Order of Morda. I'm thinking probably a little bit of Lord of the Rings stuff going on there from Rich Packer. Don't know him. The Host of Excess, Callum McPherson. This guy wrote a letter earlier in the Echoes from the Warp. So I don't know if you guys can make this out, but this model right here, which is rather tall, and then has the demonette on top. I'm trying to remember what it's called. Sil-Eski. I don't know, man. I get what it is, but it's just an odd model for me. That's like I saw, you know, today's first day of Warhammer Fest, you know, online for the week with the Age of Sigmar stuff, and they brought the vampire stuff out. Well, I mean, honestly, the first model they showed, while the paint job was obviously exquisite, you know, heavy metal standard as normal, the model just didn't make any sense to me. It looked like they took half of a model and stuck it on the top of another one. you know, right at the shoulder level. That's all I could see, and I couldn't get it out of my head. Glory points. I had to go on to Twitch, which reminds me, I now have a Twitch channel, which I plan to be trying to use as well. So feel free to check that out. It's Angry Badger Minis, so angry_badger_minis. And if I don't have it here, I'll make sure there's a link in the description when we're done. Yeah, a lot of Age of Sigmar stuff in here. Dire Chasm, looks like a lot of cards. I'm assuming this is a card game. I've never even heard of it, but that doesn't mean anything. I've been out of it for a little bit. Non-metallic metals. Yes, this is something that a lot of folks want to do and are unsure of how to do. But I will tell you this, the main key factor is patience. And most people just don't do it. Non-metallic silver, the Crimson King and the Great Angel. Because I'm going to tell you, I'm not real big on gold and brass and things like that because of how they look, you know. But if you do it, you know, in such a way, I mean, there's some really good, you know, it can turn out really well. War of the God Machines, Adeptus Titanicus, the Horus Heresy. That is a ton of Titans and Knights. And I would be lying to you if I said I didn't have as many that are sitting on this table. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Oh, no, I'm counting the wrong ones. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I think I have 14 warlords actually, but I could be wrong. I don't remember everything that I have. I'm not crazy on this color scheme, though it's done very well. It's just not my cup of tea. I don't know, man. I find it a little hard to believe, or to not to believe, but a little hard to swallow. Essentially that through all of the fighting and warfare and things like that, that there's going to be enough attention to detail in repainting the God Machine, let alone I mean, it just doesn't make a whole lot of sense, you know. I mean, what's the point? But then you have things like this. Well, this is a outstanding paint job that would I know this took hours upon hours to do, but then you have something like this right here. Let's see if we can fix that for you guys. You guys see right here the hazard stripes? Well, they're lost inside of all this other yellow and everything, you know. It just, you know, it's like kind of like, what's the point? So I don't know, each to their own though, right? I mean, here's another example of the hazard stripes, you know, at the bottom of the leg on only half of it, but again, it's lost amongst all this yellow and black. But again, you know, killer paint job. This right here, probably more to what I would think that, you know, if you had any, you know, color breakup or anything like that that you would be dealing with. However, again, the colors just kind of, I don't know, man. I just can't see it. I don't envision my God Machine as wanting these types of pastel colors. Just saying. Anyway, I'm not trying to poke fun. I'm just joking around here. Hangers on scenarios. So Necromunda. I'm liking that they're putting a little of almost everything in here. What do we got here? We've got, looks like we've got some missions here. Mercy mission, Dome Rush, Target Practice. Target Practice, that makes me think it's more like just a little skirmish game. That could be fun. Interesting. Okay. The Liber Xenologist, or Xenologist. So we're clearly talking about aliens. That looks like some type of tyrannid, at least, you know, from the mouth. That would be awesome to have a Tyranid like that, to be honest with you. I can't tell if that's a Tau or what he's got. A Zote. Guardian drone. I've yet to paint my my Blackstone Fortress stuff. Let's see what this thing is. Yeah, that looks like it's a Catachan Devil. That's new artwork for me then, because I've not seen this before, and I like that. That makes that to me right there, and all of the descriptions that we've had about the Catachan Devil being possibly derived from Tyranids. This right here makes more sense. You know, this claw here, that claw, you know, all that kind of stuff, and especially the mouth and whatnot. This makes more sense to me. It really does. And I'm pretty sure this has got to be like a Tau or something. It's just weird. Catachan Devil was first illustrated in Rogue Trader Rulebook, which I have. But for the most part, it just looked like a particularly nasty millipede. Most importantly, there was no sense of scale to how big it should be. Look closely at this piece and you'll see that there's that's a Lehman Russ? Ha! Whoa, was I off? Now, as soon as I read that, now I see that's a turret. Okay, I mean that's the upper portion of it right here. This is the barrel right here. How about that? You'll see that there's a Lehman Russ being crushed beneath the bulk of this massive beast. That's how big they are. Other gribbly details include the skull-shaped pattern on the creature's foremost pair of claws. Okay, so I can kind of see that. You got like eyes here, nose, and then maybe teeth. That's pretty awesome. I'll tell you what. If Games Workshop comes out with this model, I know they've already got the Trigon. But I'd buy this. I can tell you that right now. Fire Warrior. What is this? Illumination. This is some kind of mural of a Gene Stealer cult. Apparently we've got somewhere. This is the Hive Mind. I'm taking it. We have, unless that's maybe, well, it wouldn't be the Patriarch. We could see that, I would think, unless we're just not telling them. Oh, you know what? It is the Patriarch because this looks like claws here and claws here, like it's sitting on a throne. And then maybe it's just the Patriarch's, you know, psychic ability to shield its monstrosity or monstrousness away from people. Then you have this, well, I mean, it's a female magus, I believe. Day of Ascension by Francis Berald. In World Artifacts like this piece of art and credence to dark, or in World Artifacts like this piece of art add credence to Drake's great work. But does he get all the facts right? Well, now that I'm thinking about this, perhaps that is not the Patriarch, it's really the Hive Mind. They think that they're ascending, when in fact we all know they're about to get eaten as soon as, you know, they've taken, you know, the opposing forces. Modeling Bilbo's trolls. Well, that's cool, especially when they turn to stone. It's, I'll be honest with you, oh yeah, crackle paint, that'll definitely do the trick. I'll tell you, it's kind of interesting to me. I honestly have never seen in person anyone play Lord of the Rings or The Hobbit or any of that stuff. So it's interesting to me that it's actually still around. And furthermore, what's interesting is that game is still around, but yet Cursed City is now not here. You know, Space Hulk is gone, you know, that kind of thing. But I don't know, maybe there's a market for it somewhere. What do we got here? This is all Black Library. Chronicles of the Wanderer. Looks like a short story. Obviously we're not gonna, you know, get a copyright thing here. And that brings me to another point. So remember how I was complaining about, you know, I had a couple of videos or whatever that had copyright marks on them. Well, this is the interesting part, and I don't think I've covered this. I won one part where this Believe music decided that they were going to come back, or they came back and said that they dropped their claim. But they upheld the other two claims for the exact same song, which makes no sense, or the exact same little 4-second segment of the song. I went to go ahead and dispute that with, we're already past, the time frame, and they upheld their claim. So I go to appeal the decision. You know what YouTube has in there? That if you appeal it, and not YouTube thinks that you're wrong, but the same people that are making the claim, the claimant, says, no, we don't believe that, we're still, good to go. They're going to take their word for it. You're going to get a copyright strike. You have to put in all of your information, like your mailing address, all this kind of stuff, so that potential legal action could be taken against you. Can you believe that? That's absolutely the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. Not to mention, again, the same song, okay? The same actual part of the song at the very beginning, which is not even music. It's just a noise, like, something like that, at the start of it. I'm actually listening to this song right now, and you're not, but, it just blows my mind that that's where we're at. We're going to let an algorithm do the job that has no, there's no actual oversight from a human being. And I did this huge, elaborate, explanation, everything. Hey, look, I've shown you the proof. I have the proof. Blah blah blah. And then I got to the next page, where it says you got to click all these boxes, stating that you understand that if they continue to uphold their claim, not that we've determined and investigated this, but they uphold their claim, you could get a copyright strike. What the heck, man? That's ridiculous. So yeah, I had that part of the song muted on those videos. So I guess for those intents and purposes, they won, because it's just not worth. That's not worth it. I'm just gonna have to be more careful in the future, I guess, or just go ahead and mute things. But it's unfortunate because, like I said, they literally pulled their claim from the other one with the exact same stuff, because they know that it's not their music. And of course, there's nobody you can talk to at YouTube that's even going to care. So, especially with a small channel like my own. Let's see here, more painting. All right. Let's see anything else here. Next issue, The Fallen. I heard about this, so I'm actually pretty excited about that. It says on sale the 21st of May. Chances are I'm going to get my magazine in June. So there's our basic review of this one. I will go ahead and tell you, obviously I haven't read it because you guys watched me open it. I like the artwork, of course, I always do. I think this one was a little lackluster for me. Not that the magazine is jacked up. I'm just not really into Age of Sigmar that much, and most of this was that. Am I gonna go back and read the stories that are in there? I don't know. I don't really have the time at the moment. Not with putting models together, and of course, my daughter being born and my little man running around. So now that we're done with that, we're gonna get into, what we've been putting off, and that is model making or putting together this Tau army. I say we've been putting it off. Obviously, I've been busy with more important things, but something of interesting note, and if you know the answer to this, please leave it in the comments section, because I don't have the answer to this. I'm looking up, how base sizes have changed and things like that, and so I was looking up on Decadeka.com the base sizes kind of thing, their basing guidelines. And when I look at it, it says that for Tau, crisis suits are on 50mm bases. I've never seen a 50mm base. I don't know anything that's on a 50mm base, but they clearly exist, because right here in the, what is this? I kept this for this very reason. These are the instructions for the Indominus box set. There's a 50mm, radius circle here. The biggest that I have, excuse me, is 60mm, not even 65, and there's a 65 millimeter, but there's no 60. So I don't know if it's a typo or what the heck it is. Also, the ones that they come with are 40 millimeter. So what am I supposed to do? I mean, honestly. So what I'm gonna do while we're doing this, I'm gonna jump here online and let's just see what I guess the consensus is. Let's see, towel base sizes. There's the same article that I went to. At least I think it is. Here's a Reddit one. Maybe that would be better. So let me pull this up for you guys. Let's do window capture. And we'll bring that front. There we go. And it's probably somebody asking the same question that I am. Where can I find, or can someone tell me the base size of certain units? I'm planning on kit bashing a Dark Strider. I don't know if he's on 25 or 32 millimeter base. Whatever. Here we go. There's a guide to 40K bases. Let's move to a new domain. Of course it did. Blasted Horizons. Oh, that's pretty cool. Channeling of fire stuff. Okay. Well. Wait, what do we got here? I don't know that this is gonna help me. Let's see if we can blow this up here. Okay. Yeah, it says Crisis on a 50 millimeter. Well, that's a problem because I don't have it, and let me look at something else here real quick. 65 millimeter is for the broadsides, and my broadsides. Broadsides battle suits, I guarantee you they are not on that. They are not. That looks easily like a 40 millimeter base to me, because it looks just like the Crisis battle suits here. So I'm not sure what to do in that. I mean, obviously this is not going to be a tournament, you know, like grand tournament style army for me. I guess I could put them on 40 millimeter for now. But I mean, that's crazy. It's literally crazy. Let me look at that again. I mean, there's not even, I mean, I guess the 65 is technically a 60. Because there's no 60 here now. XV88 Crisis battle suit, or I mean broadside, right? That's what we got here. Yep, XV88 broadside, and then the Crisis XV8 Crisis is on a 50. Terminators are on 40s along with Ogrins. Yeah, I get that, but that's not what we're dealing with here. We're way out of the margin. So I'm not really sure. I guess the thing to do would be to see how many of these Crisis suits I have, and then maybe make the decision to go from there, because if the Tau ever did become something I really wanted to play. Let's see here. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in this one. Oh, that's right. Didn't I have one of their base? Yeah. So this is their base from the broadside battle suits that are in my what is this thing? This big giant start collecting thing with the Riptide suit in it. I think those are Those might not be broadsides in. Hold on a second. Let's see. No, it is XB88 broadside battlesuit. You know what I think it is? It's a newer model. And I think that's what we're running, you know, the issue we're running into. And so those came with this base, which is, I guess well, that looks like 65. Okay, so we know that we've got those covered. We've got two potentially, what is this one over here? That's just a crisis battle suit. So what do we got here? We've got 3, 6, well, I mean, no, we've got two here that need that. We've got some stuff over here too. This is a crisis battle suit in here. This one looks like it's got the right base size. Let's open this bad boy up and see what's going on. I'm gonna put this back before I lose it. This is oh yeah, remember I was telling you guys a story about how I got a bunch of stuff really cheap? This is what I was talking about. They cut the UPC off, even though they were selling it for initially for 75 bucks. They cut the UPC off, and then I got a ton. I got this stuff for like $5-10 bucks a piece. So in this one, we've got 3 crisis battle suits. Let's see here. As you can see, I haven't opened any of this stuff. I wouldn't lie to you guys, but I mean, it was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, even though I wasn't a big Tau player, and I wasn't gonna pass it up. Of course, I also got some Deathwing stuff, you know, and it was a couple other things. I don't remember what they were though. All right. Apparently, this is childproof, and I'm failing. I'm kidding. All right. Let's see what's going on in this box here. Yeah, these suits definitely look different than this one. I mean, it may not be. They just look cleaner. Let's see here. Oh, wait a minute. What the hell? Uh-oh. Well, that doesn't look right. So these are crisis battle suits from the very first Tau box I received, but unless this builds on top of something, which I don't see that it does. Hold on. Yeah, there's got to be more. This must go on to something else, because otherwise, man, this body is considerably larger than this one, and that's freaky. Let's see what else are we missing here. Yeah, I think we're gonna have some different models here, unfortunately. Okay, so we got the bases, which is what we got in this box to do with deal with anyway. Let's see here. All right, 50 millimeter. These are in fact 50 millimeter. Well, alrighty then. It looks like we are going to have to buy 4 more. That's what it looks like. Otherwise, we're going to have a messed up army. Messed up looking army. So, alright. Let me put those back in the box they came with. Actually, I want to keep one of these out. No, that's fine, because I know that they do exist now. It's not just some random Redditor saying, oh, this is what you should have. This would be fair. And speaking of fair, have you guys seen and read the ITC top player apology letter for cheating? That was interesting. I'll be honest with you. I read it, and I've watched videos on it, other people's take on it, and here's my thing, man. Look, you cheated at this game, dude. I mean, come on. What's the point? I mean, what's the point of even playing? And especially a tournament like that, you're gonna cheat on open air where everybody can see you, and it's not like it was a mistake. And I mean, since reviews of the video, even more of the cheating has come out that the guy did, not just the initial stuff that most everybody knew about or thought that they saw. I've got this bag of random bases in here, but they're bigger, 60 millimeter and 40 millimeter, so that's not going to work out. All right, so we know we need at least 4 of those, so we know we need those. All right, that stinks. I was kind of hoping to just roll right through this, but that's how it goes. All right, so that being said, wait a minute, that doesn't solve my problem, because these guys, oh my gosh, man, you gotta be kidding me. These guys, 65s. So these broadsides, I need, oh man, this stinks. All right, let me write this down because I'm gonna forget. One of these days I'm gonna get some sleep too, but it's probably gonna be like 10 years from now. This is probably not the best thing to write on. It's not. Where's, you know what? We're right on this box, so we can't lose it. All right, so what we need is 2 times 2 65 millimeter and times 3 50 millimeter. And I know right where to get them on eBay because that guy is awesome. The only problem is I don't think he sells them in that small of a quantity. Pretty sure he doesn't. But anyway, we're gonna start putting these croup together because we need to do that. Matter of fact, let me grab something here real quick. I think I failed again. Okay, these guys should already have their bases. Those 3 battle suits there, but they're not. What the heck is it? Oh gosh, man, you gotta love. Oh, this might be them. Does not look like them. Oh, there they are. Okay. Put this stuff over here. Take a look at this real quick. Some more Crisis battle suits here. And looks like we probably could have opened this box and we got our answer. Yep. Wait a minute. Are those 50s? Yep, they're 50s. Okay. And then this is the, yeah, we had 3 Crisis battle suits. Okay, so yeah, we're on track. We got everything. Okay, let's do this. How many crude we got here? Let's see. 2, 4, 6, 8. 10, 12. Okay. 11, 12. Also have family visiting, so you may hear some stuff in the background. This will be, other than the metal guy that I put together, the crude shaper, this will be the first plastic crude that I've ever put together. I'm just hoping that as we move on to the, well, yeah, if we move on to the other boxes of crude that I have, we should be just fine. They should all be like this. I would think that I wouldn't have to go do any craziness putting them together. Oh, and on another note, while we were in the hospital for, for the birth of my daughter, I did read up on the rules even more and realized where I had gone wrong. Of course, I talked to some people as well too, but the morale phase, it's just that. I mean, and that was my initial interpretation, but the wording just stinks, so yeah, you don't do a morale phase until the very end. Now, the problem I have with this is that's a lot. That could be a lot of casualties you've got to keep track of, especially when you have to, add them to the dice roll. So, something to consider. I got off track talking about that dude that cheated. Anyway, he's got a 1-year ban or whatever from the ITC, and as far as being able to get any more points, he made the comment, well, I'm going to take 3 more months off as well to evaluate myself. I want to be a pillar of the community, blah 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 blah. Look, I'm not saying you got to permaban this dude, but once a cheater, always a cheater. And if anybody wants to argue that, I mean, okay, whatever, man. I mean, that's your opinion. But I mean, you think about the money, that people spent just to go to that tournament. You know what I mean? And then you cheat them over a dice roll, over models that shouldn't have existed on the table, of wounds that didn't exist on the model because it should have been destroyed earlier. I mean, it's just unfortunate and unsat, as we used to say. It's not, I mean, how are you growing the hobby? And if like, say for instance myself, okay, I already know that these people exist. I mean, I just know that. I know what a lot of their tactics are. I don't do any of that stuff, of course, myself. But I used to be a TO, or tournament organizer, way back when, and some of the same things happen. Speed rolling of dice, sleight of hand. Looks like I pulled off the models, but I didn't pull them all off the table. It's just how it is. But I don't think the guy's gonna not cheat. And then through further investigation, I find out that nobody in his actual gaming group even likes playing with this guy, and he's a supposed he has a job, like he's a supposed 40K coach, and he charges people money to play, like to learn how to be competitive. And I just, oh man, that's crazy. I mean, hey, if you can make the money, that's your hustle, right on. But I'm just like, really? How many people, try to teach people to play for free, so that they have people just to be able to play with. But it's the world we live in. I think that the guy, I say he shouldn't be permabanned, but I don't know, man. That's going to be a lot of responsibility on the TO, and whoever else is working with him to have to take care of that, have to deal with that. Now the guy's name is out there. People are going to be, they're going to know who it is. And I mean, do you really want to play with that guy, And, what's that going to say if to a person, if the tournament organizer, lets the guy into the tournament, It just doesn't speak very well. Could he change? I guess. I just don't see it. I mean, you know, when you listen to how the guy was talking to the one player in particular that I saw, he was clearly trying to push the guy, and I think I mentioned that before, clearly trying to push the guy, you know, as one guy said, gaslight him into, you know, believing his rules and all this, you know, and his way of thinking and how things were supposed to be. And my comment to that was, well, here's the thing. People like that they're going to take advantage of the situation, not just because of, you know, that they're good at cheating or whatever, but they're also going to take advantage of the situation in regards to the fact that the other player, especially being recorded live, is probably not going to want to look like the jerk to call him out, and I guarantee you that's why he did it, or why he continued to do it. And apparently, like I said, upon further investigation, it was multiple games that day, and people have seen that, you know, and posted them and stuff like that. So really unfortunate in my opinion, but it happens, unfortunately. I wonder how many times I've said unfortunate and unfortunately in this live stream. That just occurred to me. Wow, these crude legs seem like they're leaning like off to the side, not just forward. I don't even know if I recall. Hey man, I am having a good night. Hope you are too. I don't know how long you're sticking around, but it's kind of late, I think. What is it? It's 10:52, yeah. But I don't even know if I can recall the last time I've seen somebody play with crude, to be honest with you. Oh, speaking of games, we finally figured out how to get Battlefleet Gothic to work. It was a complete uninstall, scrub deal. I even had to go into the registry and do some stuff, but I got it working now. The first one. The second one already works. It was the first one we couldn't get working. So I'm learning how to play that, sort of. Now, I haven't done the campaign at all because I don't know if I want to do that, but I have been playing some skirmish with the Space Marine ships, and of course I'm on easy. But, you know, we'll get there. Let's see here. What's next for these recruits? I think it should be their upper torso if I can find it. There it is. Yeah, Arrow, if you're getting on late, I've got a Twitch now as well, so I'm planning on trying to use that too. I know there's a way you can do both YouTube and Twitch, but we'll see. I know that I can stream to Twitch or YouTube on my PlayStation, but looking forward to gaming with you, you know, on there. Definitely haven't forgotten about it. I have this feeling the tower gonna take me the longest to put together out of every army that I own, but they may end up being the most extravagantly painted. I'm kidding, that's probably not gonna happen. I don't know. Who knows, man? Who knows? Got these little skull candy headphones in my ears that I got from Walmart the other day for like 18 bucks. A lot better to be able to listen to music this way than having the big headphones on my head. Oh, right on. Well, I don't know how much you missed. Of course, you probably came in right at the time I was complaining about that one dude, but appreciate you stopping by nonetheless. Sure. And we're up to 46 46 subscribers. Pretty cool. I wonder how many people on my last video telling everybody I was back caught the whole Hobbit thing, and if they knew where that came from the old Hobbit cartoon. My wife thought that he was dying or he died. I was like, no. It's like he just passed out. I, Thorn, grandson of King Under the Mountain, I have returned. Yep, to show my physical exhaustion. In that hospital, man, we couldn't sleep. I mean, seemed like every 10 or 15 minutes, some nurse or aide or whatever was coming in there to check on something or do whatever they were tasked with doing. And of course, they're out in the hallway, you know, laughing and having a good time. And you just, you know, the stuff's just not thick enough to be able to sleep through. Fruit. I bought all these Kroot to have nothing but a Kroot army. Oh yeah, man, that movie was awesome. I didn't even know about the Lord of the Rings at all, like J.R. Tolkien or anything, before I'd watched that. What is it, Rankin and Bask or something? I'm trying to remember who made that movie, but yeah, that was. I had well, I don't know what size the records are, but the big records, you know, vinyl records. That the whole thing, well, for the most part, the whole thing was on that record. It had a little bit of fold-outs or whatever inside the album, so it kind of gave me, you know, the immersion as a young kid to, you know, to be in the story all the time. And I'd listen to that thing all the time. I was constantly going back and forth on the record between in the Mirkwood Forest with the spiders, the spider scene, and then also the goblins when they first captured them, when they took shelter in the cave. And now, mind you, again, I hadn't read the books. I mean, I was a little kid, and the first time I remember seeing the cartoon, it stuck out to me how much they actually left out in the record, you know, which, you know, I won't lie, I kind of, you know, made it suck a little bit, you know, the record anymore, but I still went back and listened to it, whatever. But then when I was older, we had a house fire. When we moved, that house burnt down and we lost everything, all my Star Wars stuff, everything. So all those days are gone. I don't know if I could even get that record anymore. I'd love to, because then I'd let my son and daughter listen to it, but some of those parts could be a little scary, I'm sure. But I think my mother was like, oh, he's cool. Yeah, Rankin and Bass, yeah. Because I used to watch horror movies with my grandmother. Used to be a big Friday the 13th fan. Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street. I wasn't really into the first Halloween. It was anything that had to do with like little dolls or mannequins and whatever, you know, that come to life. There was this one, I forget what it was called, but it was about a ventriloquist doll, and that movie was like super. Well, I mean, I wasn't scared of it, but it was a super scary movie for anybody who would be. But it was really weird, man. Like, I don't know, it was really immersive. I'll put it that way, you know. But I mean, I've watched all kinds of movies of the horror genre, and you know, some of the better ones are B-class movies, man. That's the way it is. I'm thinking about also getting back into actual drawing and painting. I haven't done that in a very long time. I don't want to just do it on models, you know, as murals on a model like a Titan or Imperial Knight deal, but I definitely, you know, I'm thinking about doing it, but again, this is the project I'm on right now, and that's where I'm going to stay until I get it done. Although taking breaks for games is pretty cool. Oh, and there's a game I was playing on my phone in the hospital that I came across. I don't know if you guys have heard. It's called The Ants Underground Kingdom, and I'm not really into those kinds of, you know, strategy app games because they don't make a lot of sense to me. There's way too many stinking buttons or, you know, options to press and keep track of, and, you know, whatever. But that one really kind of stuck with me, and the graphics are nice. They're not the normal little cheap things that you see. And, you know, I'm already at the point where I'm about to upgrade my queen ant to, you know, level 8 and be able to, you know, you lose your vulnerability shield, or, you know, your newbie shield. But I don't know. I'm trying to upgrade everything first. It's a pretty cool game. And then in the process of that, I found another game about ants. It's called Ant Simulator, and that game was kind of cool. It's like 32-bit, you know, like Nintendo back in the day, NES style. However, or maybe even Atari for that matter. But or is it 16-bit? I don't remember. But I think I broke it. I think I broke the game because I went, and you probably weren't supposed to do this, but you know, they you know, you're going through the tutorial, they guide you through, and you're, you know, I go in and kill this spider or whatever, which is fine, you know, and they harvest his body parts, which is crazy. I mean, it's pretty I mean, it's a thing. But I wanted these this pile of almonds that was out there. I wanted to harvest them, but there was these red ants that were over there near black ants. And I said, screw this, man. And I kind of went ahead of the tutorial and got my little warrior ants or whatever. I went over there and massacred that entire anthill. And I think they had like 70 ants total or something. So I wiped out everything that was on the surface around the hole, waited for the rest of them to come in. And as they came in one by one, my warrior ants just, you know, took them down. And then we went in, you know, once there was nothing else coming that I had to worry about, we invaded the anthill, the red anthill, and went in there, wiped out a few more worker idiots, and then went right after the queen. She was guarded by about 10 more warrior ants or whatever, soldier ants, whatever you want to call them. Wiped them out, surprisingly, with what I had, and she was already trying to spawn more, but we killed her before they were able to spawn. Well, all of that was fun and great, but then now all of a sudden I can't feed my queen to grow more ants. So I don't know what I've done to the game, because clearly that wasn't what I mean, the mission I was supposed to do was, you know, go attack another player or attack, you know, the AI itself. And which, I'll be honest with you, when I went and attacked him finally, I went with, you know, 10 warrior ants or something. I got my butt handed to me. Totally wrecked me. And but yeah, now I don't know, I think I broke the game. So it is what it is. And I've recently got into Bitcoin, or cryptocurrency, Bitcoin and Ethereum, trying to learn that a little bit. I didn't put like big money in it or anything. Just, you know, $10 or so last month for each, and then $10 this month. Because I mean, I don't, you know, I figure, you know, that's the kind of money I would spend on a taco, you know, or a bunch of tacos from Taco Bell. So see what it does. And I mean, yeah, it's already made, you know, I've already made $10 off of the $40 I've put in, but you know, I know how the market can fluctuate and that kind of stuff. So, and these legs are really spindly. It makes me scared of them to cut right through them. All right, that's trimmed up. What the heck? Got something on my fingers. So what have you been putting together, Arrow? Or painting or whatever? Or have you? You know what? I just had an idea. If I was gonna use sting wings, I would use the croup to do it. I think they would be an excellent body for that versus the sting wing model, which sucks, in my opinion. These guys remind me of like a bipedal giraffe for some reason. Or vulture. Probably more vulture than giraffe. I'm just glad they fit on these 25 millimeters. They could be like an ant army. That'd be kind of cool. Of 5 armies? I'm building the kill team starter sets of the terrain, some creatures and reavers. Kill team starters. Is that Primaris kill team starter set? I didn't know they made one of those. So I have the base kill team set, but it was Tau and regular Space Marines, I thought. I don't think there was any Primaris in there. Not the one I have. Of course, I'm a couple of years old, I think. Had one off the Reaver torsos, fly off the sprue. Spent 2 hours working on it. You hear that? Definitely hear that. I would have been on earlier, but that family, you know, they were all talking and doing stuff. And my wife needed some help because she's still having some difficulties from the pregnancy, so, or the birth rather. Yeah, Talon Space Marine. Well, I guess I don't understand you're saying Reaver. I mean, isn't that, those are Primaris, right? I mean, they're not firstborn Space Marines. Holy crap, look at that. We got 12 freaking crew, you know, halfway put together. That's pretty cool. Alright, what's next? Guess we're gonna do arms. Ooh, they've got the crappy arms too. Man, that stinks. So now I gotta actually pay attention to the arms because they're only gonna go with each arm. Ugh, you just had to make it difficult for me, didn't you? Yeah, well, the one I have doesn't have Primaris in it. It's just the, you know, firstborn. So you're lucky, I guess. However you look at that. Alright, stay together. That one doesn't have an arm. What the hell? What in the hell? Damn it, Bobby. I'm not real good at King of the Hill or whatever the hell it's called anymore. But it's still funny. What the hell? If you weren't my son, I'd hug you. Alright, let's give this a little bit of a try. Oh wait, those aren't glued yet. Never mind. Carry on. Carry on my wayward son. That's a good song. Okay, this guy. Weird thing going on here with this arm. Huh. Yeah, well, it goes with who I am, you know. I'm old, so there you go. Just trying to stay consistent. Yeah. That just gave me like Tropic Thunder vibes. Oh man, I haven't seen that movie in a long time. Tropic Thunder. I'll tell you, a TV show. I don't really watch TV, but a TV show I used to like. I watched it with my wife when we were dating. Was The League. If you've ever heard of that, it's like about fantasy football, and oh man, that show was hilarious. I am not gonna lie, especially when Taco won and got to name the baby, and he named it Chalupa Batman. No, that did not cross my mind with my kids. Would have been cool if it did, though. But I didn't remember. Wait a minute, they got shoulder pads in these guys? I'm actually flying by the seat of my pants on this one because I don't really have any instructions. Although that box over there might have instructions on the back, that might work. What do we got here? 5, 10, 11, 12. Yep. Oh wait, no. We got different options? Cool, because I don't like this one option here with the yeah, I don't like that at all. I want them to be holding their guns in their hands. 12, 3, 6, 9, 12. Yep, we're good. Just got some extra parts is all. See if we can figure out a method to put this together quick, fast, and in a hurry. Major pain. You eyeballing me, boy? War has made me paranoid. When I get scared, I get the urge to kill. Oh, that's not gonna work. Fight's not with you, Ringo, or Holiday. I beg to differ. We started the game, we get to finish. Play for blood, remember? All right, Logan. I do like these crude rifles, they're pretty cool. All right, brother. You too. I'm probably gonna hit the hay here soon myself. So we'll catch you later, man. As a matter of fact, with that, we'll see y'all again next time. Take it easy.